All right, so this first day of linear equations, we're going to look at slope and see how we can find it from a graph and from 2 points. So first things first, we need to realize that there are four different types of slope. We're always going to be walking from left to right. Okay, so that's what we have to think of here. So for this first one on the left, as I walk from left to right, we are going uphill, so we are going to have a positive slope. So if you're going uphill from left to right, slope is going to be known as positive. The second one, going from left to right, we are going downhill, so the slope needs to be negative. So no matter what number we end up getting, we need to make sure there's a negative number out front for it. The third one is flat, so I like to think of it as I'm going nowhere. Since I'm going nowhere, it's going to be a zero slope. And then this fourth one, we're going straight up and down. So if you look at it, you got the skier going straight down. It's probably not going to end well, and they're going to finish undefined. Okay, so those are your four main types of slope. You have positive if we're going uphill, negative downhill, zero, we're going nowhere, and undefined would be straight down. So there's two ways we're going to look at finding slope today. One of them is going to be just straight from a graph. So to find it straight from a graph, you need to pick two good points. And on each of these examples, they gave you good points. So what I like to do is first off, I look at the graph and see, okay, what is my slope going to be? Is it going to be positive, negative, zero, undefined? So this first one right here, going from left to right, we're going uphill. So we're going to have a positive slope. From there, my 2 points on the graph, we have the good ones right here. I'm always going to start the one on the left, and I'm counting how far I'm going up or down. So I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going up 7 steps up. And then we are going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. Your slope is always your vertical change over horizontal, also known as rise over run. So since I went up 7, right 4, we're going to have a slope of 7/4. And we are going to continue to do that for the next 5 examples. So you take the good points, you always start the one on the left, count the steps up or down, and then how far you go to the right. Okay, so the second one should be negative. Okay, and then you see how far we go down, how far we go to the right. Third one would be zero because it's flat, so on and so forth. The other type we have is slope formula. So by definition, slope is change in rise or vertical change over horizontal change. So the changes in the y over the changes in the x. To find it, you're going to use this formula right here, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You go ahead and label your points. So I got x1, y1, x2, y2, and you're just flat out plugging into the formula. So we're going to have m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You do the math, so 3 minus 1 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3, and we are done. Whenever you get fractions like that, the top tells us how many steps we're going up or down. So if it's positive, we'd be going up. If it was negative, we'd be going down. And the bottom number, the denominator, always tells us how far we're going to the right. You also need to make sure that when you do this, you simplify your fractions. If you're not simplifying your fractions, it's not going to be correct. Okay, so we need to make sure change in y over change in x, and then simplify your fractions. So that's it for this first day of the review of linear equations.